My name is Joan Crocker. I live in Falmouth, Maine, and I've been a coach for 4.5 years. One of the things that I've noticed that newer coaches struggle with the most is inviting people to their business. They're fearful of having conversations. They're fearful of not having the right answers during their conversations. And so they kind of stop and halt and don't start reaching out in the first place. Facebook has allowed us recently to create a group called the Social Learning Group. So I created something called a Snoop group that helps my team have something to invite to. Because otherwise, marketing your business can become all over the place. This helps you to really focus on what your posts are going to be about that week. It also helps you while you're having a conversation with somebody. It's just like, I love what I'm doing right now. The people in my challenge group are getting awesome results. Do you want to learn some more info about it? I have this little Snoop group I can add you in. It makes it's a lot easier to give that invite because you're just asking them if they want to check something out. You're not asking them to purchase something. I know many of us in the past have run sneak peeks into coaching or into our challenge groups, and this is a lot like that. It just has to do with a specific program. For instance, our Snoop group that's been going gangbusters is all about 80-day obsession. Facebook has allowed us create units, which are basically just a really cool way of being able to organize our posts in a group so that they stay in order all the time. So you can start someone at unit 1 and tell them to go through the rest of the units until they get to the end. And then they can come to you and follow up with you with any questions that they may have. In our Snoop groups, some of the units that we've put in there are things like our own journey with the product, what to know about nutrition, what to expect in the challenge group, the workout, how long they are, what equipment they need. It's not just an information group, it's a value add group in order to make a choice of whether this is the best option for them. As a brand new coach, here's what I'm going to tell you can add to your Snoop group so that you can start running these on your own. Number 1, I would say do your research. Go to teambeachbody.com and see what information they have up so far about the program or the product that you want to do a Snoop group for. Check out what the super trainers have posted for videos. You can look in the back office on any marketing material. You can go to the product page, and that way you can pick the most valuable content that they've created so that you can go ahead and add that in. Number 2, I would gather social proof. With every new product or program that comes out, Beachbody usually runs a test group, which means that there are other coaches out there who've gone through this already. What I would suggest doing is going to Facebook or Instagram and finding some posts. You can check out the hashtags that are related to the program and product and they'll pop up, or you can really just Google before and afters and that will pop up for you. Don't just take the before and after shot. Make sure you look at some of the posts that they've put up. It's real social proof. It's showing you that person as a human being that can relate to somebody else. Number 3 is value add. So, why you as a coach are going to help this person succeed. Are you offering them a challenge group? What can they expect in there? How is that going to make this different for them? How are they going to succeed because they're signing up with you and being added into this group? Number 4, dispel fears. Think about what you thought at the beginning of a program. Maybe you were thinking, oh my God, this is so long, I'm never going to be able to stick to this. Or maybe you were thinking summer's coming up and I don't know how I'm going to stick to a nutrition plan. Put up some videos and some posts in there that addressed common fears and addressed common objections and questions so that it would address them before we even started a full conversation with the person who's looking into it. And number 5, post the pack options that they have to get started. We have different packs that we're selling right now through Beachbody. We're not going to hide the price here. This group is all about value. And so when you're really building up the value and talking about how this is going to work for somebody, then they're already ready to jump in with you because you answered their questions and you addressed their biggest fears and you showed them how this is going to work for them and you are going to help them. The other thing that I would mention is keep your group under 20 minutes. So no matter how many posts you put in there, make sure that they can go through all of the units or posts within 20 minutes and get out. People digest information really quickly these days. So you want to make sure if you're putting up a video, it's short, and if you're putting up a post, they can read through it quickly. What we did is we created something called Power 15s. I will jump on with my team, just a Zoom call, and we will go ahead and we'll say, okay, for the first 5 minutes, let's talk about what we're gonna do here. Let's create an invite so that we can send out invites to people. What does that look like? Read it out loud to me if you want some feedback. Then from there, we'll say, okay, the next 10 minutes, I just want you to focus on inviting people. Don't worry about following up. Don't worry about answering somebody if they message you back right then and there. Just focus on getting new invites out. And so after that 10 minutes is up, we'll run a little contest. We'll say, okay, go ahead and post how many people you invited during that 10 minutes in the comments section. We would have between 20 and 30 on average invites per person. So what it was doing for our team was really showing them that, you can invite at least 5 people a day and you can do it really quickly. And if you needed to, you could even break it up and say, do 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. And then after that Power 15, they had all of these people coming back to them and asking them questions, and they could ask them if they wanted more info and invite them into the Snoop group where they could learn more. So since creating Snoop groups, inviting for my team has become a lot easier, which allows my team to spend time just following up and answering questions afterwards, rather than spending the bulk work of it explaining things that the group does for them. It allows a coach to spend more time on the back end talking about really specific questions to that individual and building up that relationship. Since I started doing Snoop groups, my business has exploded. I see more and more coaches making Success Club every single month. I see newer coaches not afraid to reach out. We have a lot of people on our team in Star Diamond qualification, and it actually has also created a really cool team culture for us, where we're working together, we're inviting together, we're using this group together. So all in all, it's been a huge success for my team.